The following presentation will provide you with information about First California Mortgage's sponsored originator approval requirements and processing guidelines. The discussion topics for today will be program overview, the sponsored originator requirements and approval process, the sponsored originator submission package in process, the loan submission package, the FHA total scorecard desktop underwriter findings, and the loan setup process. Let's start with a brief overview. Recent HUD changes placed the responsibility of approving business partners for FHA origination on the lender. As a result, First Cal, as the lender, will begin accepting a business partner applications to originate FHA loans as sponsored originators, and you would be the sponsored originator. What are the business partner requirements? Well, a good understanding of FHA origination is very important, so business partners and/or your processors are required to complete a government lending certification course that covers the fundamentals of FHA origination. Along with that, you will need to provide evidence of course completion, and exceptions can be made if the business partner and/or your processors have past experience originating government loans, or if you've completed another lender's certification course. Resumes or lender letters can be provided to us to document past experience and participation in a certification course. You will also need to execute an updated wholesale agreement that contains a section of language that is specific to FHA origination. You will also need to rep and warrant that your loan officers are paid on FHA originations as W-2 employees. Proof will need to be provided by you upon request. So what are some of the recommended programs for government lending? There are 5 listed here, along with the websites that you can use to access information about each of these training programs. There's the Northwind FHA Fundamentals, Campus MBA offered by the Mortgage Bankers Association of America, Mortgage University, the ABCs of FHA Lending by Chip Cummings, and All Regs Academy. So what about loan quality metrics? First Cal's current loan quality standards for business partners will apply to FHA originations. As your FHA loan volume increases, loan performance monitored through Neighborhood Watch will also be considered in annual recertification of your FHA approved status. Adverse performance levels, which are defined as exceeding 125% of the norm, will be addressed with you. Also, if there are any adverse pre- or post-funding quality control reviews, those will also be considered in the business partner's performance. So we're going to offer some FHA loan submission training, and this will be provided to you by your account executive. They will be required to schedule a training call with you, and the topics that they will cover are the upfront MIP calculations, monthly MI calculation, the required submission forms, AUS total scorecard, how First Cal will order case numbers, the appraisal order, and then any special underwriting requirements. So let's talk now a little bit about a pre-submission appraisal order. Appraisals can be ordered prior to submission if the business partner pays for the appraisal, or the appraisal can be ordered after disclosures have been signed by the borrowers. The following procedures should only be followed if you wish to order the appraisal before submission. Before an FHA appraisal can be ordered, a case file number needs to be issued. The business partner, which is you, will need to complete our case number request form, which can be found at firstcal.net. Once the form is completed, you'll need to email it to casenumber@firstcal.net. FirstCal will then complete the case number order and send the number to you once it's confirmed. So what about FHA to FHA refinance upfront MIP credit? So the following procedures should be followed when you're doing an origination of an FHA to FHA refinance and need the upfront MIP credit in order to calculate the loan amount before loan submission. Again, you'll need to complete our case number request form. Once it's completed, it should be emailed to casenumber@firstcal.net, and then FirstCal will complete the case number order, and through FHA Connection will determine the estimated amount of the upfront MIP credit. This information will be forwarded to you once it's confirmed. So let's talk a little bit now about the sponsored originator submission package. In addition to the standard loan documents that are required by First Cal, you will be required to complete and submit some additional documents that are FHA specific. You will want to make note that the loan case file number should be left blank on the documents. The first one is the 92900, which is the FHA loan transmittal. The next document is the 92900A. This is a 4-page document, but only the first 2 pages need to be submitted with your initial package. You, the business partner, should sign page 1, and then the borrowers will sign page 2. If you're doing a refinance transaction, you'll need to submit a loan amount calculation worksheet. There are 2 forms available at firstcal.net. The first is a standard refinance, and the second is for a streamlined refinance. And last of all, you'll need to submit an FHA total scorecard findings. This is the DU findings report specific to FHA. So let's look now at the Form 92900. You'll notice here at the top the FHA case number is left blank. Next, let's look at the 92900A page 1. Again, the agency case number is left blank. And this is the page that you as the business partner will sign. Next is the 92900A page 2, and this is the page that the borrower will sign. Next, we've got the FHA Total Scorecard DU findings, and notice that the loan type is Federal Housing Administration, or FHA, and that the risk eligibility assessment says that this loan has been underwritten through DU for government loans using the FHA Total Scorecard. There are a few changes to the FHA Total Scorecard, so let's talk about those now. The business partners that are acting as sponsored originators will be able to access FHA's Total Scorecard through DU. The Total Scorecard has been updated with a field for the entry of the sponsored originator's EIN or employer ID number. When a business partner is added as a sponsored originator, their tax ID number is used for the EIN. If your DU account has been updated, the sponsored originator's EIN should automatically be added to the lender ID field. If your AUS is unable to transmit the employee ID number, then please use the number 699-609996 and transmit that in the lender ID field. This value will indicate that the loan is originated by a loan origination company that's acting as a sponsored originator. So let's take a look at where that information will flow onto the FHA Total Scorecard. By clicking on the government link over to the left-hand side of the FHA Total Scorecard screen, you can access information to edit your loan, and you will see the FHA Lender ID and the FHA Sponsor ID. Next, let's talk about the loan setup process. The first step is for you to upload the loan to DealWorks 2.0 and submit to FirstCal. Then GFE compliance and submission completeness review will take place. Loan setup will order the case file number through FHA Connection. Then disclosure process will be completed and will be sent to the customer electronically. Then FirstCal will provide the business partner with your FHA case file number. The loan will be submitted to underwriting, and you, the business partner, can order the appraisal after the customer opens electronic disclosures. So in conclusion, start the process today for becoming a FirstCal approved sponsored FHA originator. Thank you.